So we're just down here catching up with Lukey, catching up with our fishing report. Lukey, must bring back a couple of memories first of all. As an old boundary umpire like yourself, it's umpiring night.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. No, I said to him, I said, do not try to get me to umpire again. I've done 7 years and I think that's enough. I'm going to retire and drink beers. You know, give them a little bit of a touch up when they do something wrong. But it's good for the young people to get into it. They should get into it a lot more than what they do now. They used to do a lot more years ago when I was younger, but now they're sort of not doing it as much.
yeah, nice work, Lukey. We don't condone giving the umpires any hurricane, but you're definitely a very good boundary umpire as a young fella. Quick on, mate, how is the fishing in the Mitchell at the moment?
Not too bad. From what I've heard, is there's a lot of bream down the lower end near Two Bells. Some biggish fish, but a lot of small fish as well. But good to see the rivers getting better.
Yeah, and the river's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's cleared up.
Yeah, since a bit of this cool weather and not so much rain pushing all the stuff from up the top down the rivers, it's sort of settled, and hopefully get rid of that blue-green algae for the springtime.
Nice work. Moving on down to lakes and lake tyres.
I've heard there's down at Lake Tyres they've got some nice bream, a lot of bream actually from what I've seen from a few of my mates that have fished down there. Devil's Hole, down the lower reaches as well. Probably some more places where I haven't mentioned, but it's been fishing pretty good. The entrance is still open, so a lot of fresh water's going up into the system.
What sort of bait they running down there?
I think the best is working at the moment is cut crab, which is like the European shore crab. You just cut them up into 4 pieces, and usually the rim will just grab it and run with it without picking it like they do with prawn or sandworm. So
nice. Moving further east, Marlow and the Bem, how's that fishing? Both entrances are open, yeah?
yeah, Marlow's still open and the Bem is open. Apparently it's low. A lot of good big salmon down the entrance of the Bem. My mate went fishing down there last weekend with a few other people I know for a fishing comp. They did pretty well. I think the bream were a little bit slow. Not many flathead as the water's getting colder, but apparently the salmon were quite fun on light gear. Marlow, haven't been down there. I'm sure there's a good bit of worm to be caught if you need bait or bite if you can't go and pump your own. Fishing wise, haven't really heard much coming out of Marlow since the last time I was there. There wasn't much happening, but that it could all change with the weather going from warmer to cooler now. So
nice work. Now, the algae, we must touch on it. It's the prawns are no good at the moment, offshore as well. I think we were the first to break it. That the algae was working its way offshore. Now you can't have prawns 5 kilometres offshore, off lakes. Is that correct?
yeah, they've got one. I think it's from McLaughlin's Beach all the way down to New South Wales border, but the prawns are sort of going downhill now as the cooler months come in. But if you want to catch fish, you just have to kill and gut them. Apart from that, it's starting to clear up from Paynesville, I think, from what I've heard. Hopefully we'll start pushing it out. With the cool weather, it's when the water cools down, it's not as easy for it to grow, so it should clear up.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
I decided to go out Saturday offshore on my boat. We went out early with my mate Matt, and we bagged out on pinkies, which had 2 of us, so there's 10 each. We bagged out by 8 o'clock, so it was pretty quick. Tried for a gummy, couldn't get one that was size, but a few flathead, which I thought was pretty weird since it's been starting to cool down. I think it's about 14 degrees out there. And yeah, so we got a few flathead and came back in and was not too bad. Then we decided to go Sunday afternoon because I wanted to have a sleep in. I've been working long hours and getting up nice and early to start work, so have a bit of a sleep in. Decided to go out on Sunday. It was a bit of a westerly wind out there, so a bit of chop. Decided to fish a mark out the front. Got a few fish, but the tide wasn't flowing. Which if the tide doesn't run, you don't get any fun. So we sort of got a few here and there. It was just about to start to run, but it was getting a lot of shit fish. So we decided to pull up, so we pulled up the anchor winch and she wouldn't go anywhere. So I thought, great, anchor stuck. So we decided to try and get that off. It took us an hour to get it off, and by that time it was close to finish for the day. So
Anyway, Lukey, thanks for catching up with us, mate. I know you got a fishing club meeting to scootle off to, so
Yeah.
all the best, mate. Thanks for catching up.
cheers, Reese.